Hi you guys, I had a fun little gig today. I guess it would be like a brand ambassador or something for Dolce Gabbana and their line of makeup that launched last May? I don't know. But if you don't know anything about it, I will link to it in the down bar because some of this makeup is amazing. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of the products I worked with today, and also I have this right here, and it was not here earlier. And it's not a cold sore. What it is, it's clear-cut contact dermatitis. You know the rash you get from poison ivy? Well, this is the rash that you literally get from poison ivy is an allergic reaction, and so anytime you come in contact with a product or something that irritates your skin, you get contact dermatitis, which is what this is. So it was either the salsa that I ate last night, or it was either a lip liner, lipstick, or a lip gloss from Dolce & Gabbana. I don't know which one because I used all three today. So yeah, I just have this little patch right here. The rest of my lips are completely unaffected. So I don't really want to dock them for that, especially because I don't know which one it was. We're going to start off with face products. Dolce & Gabbana has a powder foundation that you can use wet or dry. So if you prefer a cream foundation, you can use it wet. That's up to you. And I worked with that quite a bit today. And let me see if I can find some information here about it. I believe they said that there was actually silica in the powder, and that is why when it's used wet or dry, it goes on just so silky and smooth and gorgeous. Like, it has a fantastic finish, and there are a lot of different colors to choose from, so it's actually really, really easy to find a shade that's right for you, and it's really, really easy to match people. There were 12 shades, I believe, and yeah, I mean, there was only one time today that I had to use two shades combined to create the perfect color. So, I mean, it worked out really, really well. I definitely recommend it. I didn't use it wet too much. You can also use it wet and very densely for a concealer. I didn't have a lot of luck with that, but if I had more time to mess around with it and kind of, play around with the product, I probably could have figured it out a little better. But I do know, let's say you hate powder foundations and that's just not for you, they are going to be launching a liquid line, so I wouldn't give up hope yet. There will be one coming, and I think maybe something about concealer as well. I feel like that was mentioned. Okay, then they also have bronzer and blush, of course. They had, I believe, 4 bronzers, a light, a medium, a dark medium, and then like a deep reddy medium kind of. I like them a lot. I didn't use the deep reddy medium a lot because, and that one is called bronze, and I didn't like how red it was. I'm sure there are certain faces that it would look really, really good on, but when I was trying to use it, it was too red. So, a lot of these people were very fair complected. I think the darkest I used was someone who had a mixture of caramel and cinnamon together, which is like the darkest of the mid-range. So, yeah, didn't have a lot of use for such a dark bronzer. But the 2 middle bronzers, the Sunshine and the Desert, I believe, are both really, really good. I kind of want them for my personal collection. I like them a lot. I kind of wish I would have had more time to kind of play around with it and see what works on me, but it is something they sell at Saks Fifth Avenue. They don't have it at my Saks yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it there soon because P&G is going to be distributing, and P&G is local, so we should get it soon. Okay, and then as for blushes, they have 9 blushes. There's a nice range of colors. I think my favorite colors were Warm, Delight, and the peachy color, which is called, it's just called Peach. Silly me. But the bronzer and the blushes have about the same consistency as the foundation, which is very nice and silky. Like, it's a beautiful silky finish. And like I said, I think it's because there's silica in them. So, they had a very nice finish to them. I like them a lot. There's definitely a good range of blushes, but I stuck to a couple few, you know. There was everything from like a bright coral to a very muted like rose color, you know, like, and then everything in between. But yeah, I really like the warm. I think if I had to pick one color that I would buy, it would be definitely, it's between warm and delight, but probably warm. I think warm would suit me better. So moving on to lips, I want to save the eyes for last. The lip products, there were classic and shimmery lipsticks. There were lip glosses, and there were lip liners. We didn't have everything that is in the line there, so there were kind of limitations with that because, you know, there was a huge range of lipsticks. Probably every lipstick was there, but all of the lip liners were not there. So there was kind of a little bit of limitation there, but that said, I didn't have a hard time finding what I needed for the client. So there's a pretty good range. They go on pretty well. Actually, I think the lip liners went on better than the eyeliners did. I did like the lip liners quite a bit. They're like any lip liner, you know, if you're putting them on a dry lip, it's only going to be worse. But that was combated easily when we lip glossed the entire look because these ladies were jet lagged. They'd just been sitting in meetings, you know, so they definitely needed that extra little kick on their lips. So the lipsticks were all very nice, very creamy, very true to color. Not true to color to the packaging, but true to color to the tube. A lot of really gorgeous shades, a nice range of pinks and bronzes and neutrals and some nice red colors, some blue red, some orange red. The glosses were actually really hydrating too. I almost forgot to throw that in there. There were several, there were a bunch of different colors. So many of them were very gorgeous, but they were just so hydrating. Like, that was the thing. It was almost easy to use too much. Like, there were a couple of times where we had to blot some off because we were like, oh, too much, crap. But yeah, like, they were just super hydrating, very rich, very gorgeous colors. The gold one, if you only buy one lip gloss ever from them, I would get the gold because the gold is good to put right in the plump part of your lip and really make the lip pop. It doesn't do what a lot of glittery colors do, which is kind of like get in the lines of your lips or anything. Like, it just sits really well on the lip. So that was definitely the winner for the glosses, I would say. As far as the eye products go, there were eyeshadow quads and duos. We didn't have all of the duos, and I don't know if we had all of the quads. I didn't really check. But there was definitely a very large number of these products available to us, and we were able to create quite a few looks. Favorites, and the nice thing about these two is, like, these are quads that you'll actually use all 4 colors. You know, you won't get it and be like, oh, I really like this color, but one that I would love to see people do looks with is Dazzling. I feel like Maybelline has a similar quad. It's a nice, like, bluish white, very shimmery eyeshadow. Like, it's a white eyeshadow with like a bluish white shimmer to it, and then it has a bright pink and a bright green and maybe a bright blue. I don't remember what the other color was. So that one was really fun to see. I didn't have anyone brave enough to use it, but I did use nude, pink, and contrast a lot. Or no, it wasn't pink, it was petal. So there were 3 palettes: nude, petal, and contrast. Look those up. They're all very gorgeous. And those are ones you would definitely use all 4 colors from. I wouldn't necessarily say they're true to what you look at in the actual palette, but they go on gorgeously. If I had the option, I would definitely buy nude and petal. I liked them a lot. I mean, if I have the option. I'd have to order it online, but there's always the option. But yeah, I will, at the end, I'll post a price list of all these items, because I don't want to go through and look for everything I'm talking about. And there were also the duos. I actually don't think I used any of the duos. I did use the duos. I used one of them from the medium brown color for a brow filler, because I did not have a light brown pencil or shadow of any sort, so I kind of went with that. And we actually mixed that with the nude cream color from the nude palette. It was matte, and we mixed it with that to kind of matten it out and use it, and it worked pretty well. So that was nice and shows the versatility of the product. But I don't think I actually used any of the duos. Oh, Fabulous! That was the other quad I used. There's a quad called Fabulous, and I really like the dark color in it. It's like an ashy blue like a deep ashy blue, and it's just really, really gorgeous. It's a fantastic crease and outer V color. We did not get to work with the mascara. Unfortunately, the distributor was out worldwide when they shipped all of the products for us to use today, so we did not get to use the mascara at all. That was kind of a bummer, but apparently it's very, very popular if they were sold out worldwide. So, the liners, I was a little disappointed. They swatched really, really easily, but I had a really hard time getting them on the actual eye. Again, this is another product I feel like if I had more time to work with it and kind of be like, oh, okay, it works better this way, but not that way, you know. It might have been something I could have improved upon, but given the time available, I was not that impressed with the eyeliners. But that said, there is a gorgeous range of colors, so if you don't mind maybe having to build the color up or maybe warm your pencil before you use it, they're very, very creamy. They just aren't creamy immediately, if that makes any sense. And there were some gorgeous colors. There's one called Stromboli, and this is throughout the line, and it's this, like, it says it's a black base with gold shimmer, but it's a black base with almost green and brown undertones, and then it has this, like, gorgeous gold shimmer to it, and it's on this finger, but you can't really see it. But yeah, it's all throughout the line. It's a color, and it is gorgeous, but can't really see it. So yeah, I had a lot of fun working with Dolce & Gabbana today. I loved the products. I don't think there's really anything in the entire line overall that I would say is a bad product at all. I wasn't terribly impressed with the eyeliners, but I feel like it's definitely comparable to any other eyeliner besides, like, you know, Easy Glide eyeliners, which then smudge everywhere. So, I don't know what I would say about that. So, yeah, I would definitely say if you get a chance, try out the Dolce & Gabbana lines. And I also got to try light blue today from Dolce & Gabbana. I had never tried it before because I kind of stick to some of my classic scents whenever I do bother to, you know, look for perfume. But she matched me, and, you know, the fact that I can't do heavy undertones, to light blue by Dolce & Gabbana, and then it is a gorgeous smell. It's just so crisp and clean and light. And it's the kind of spray that if you want to, you know, smell it for a while, put on quite a bit. But if you don't, you know, just spray here and there and you're good. And then, you know, in a couple of hours it won't still be there making you all... I don't know if other people have that problem, but, like, I get a headache after too long. So I really enjoyed that it didn't have, like, nasty, heavy undertones. You know, anything with, like, woody undertones, just, I can't wear it. So, like, even Juicy Couture sometimes is a little too heavy for me. It has that nice, sweet smell at first, but then it's a little too heavy about an hour later for me. So, that has nothing to do with Dolce & Gabbana. Alright, but yeah, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue is very, very fantastic. If you guys have any specific questions about any of the Dolce & Gabbana products that do not include mascara, I have worked with them now, so feel free to comment in the down bar below, and I am happy to elaborate. Alright, bye.